What's up, everybody? Well, I got an Asus G15 Advantage gameplay video for you guys today. And today, we are going to check out Forza Motorsport. And it's just the standard edition. I just decided to, use the Game Pass version for now. But I like this game, so I'll probably buy it just like I did Hi-Fi Rush and Forza Horizon and all that stuff. It just was way easier to make videos. But in any case, basic plan here. We're gonna play this game at 1080p and at 1440p. I'm just gonna do what I've been doing the last couple of videos, figure out what settings work, show you what those settings are, or since this game has a benchmark, we'll run a quick benchmark real quick, and then we'll get some gameplay, both screen and camera. So, I'm looking forward to this. I love racing games and haven't had a good one for a while, so very, very happy. But anyway, let's go grab that cable for the capture computer, and let's go get started.
All right, let's look at these settings real quick before we run a benchmark. There we go. Picked some high and some medium. I think it's a pretty decent mix. But anyway, now let's go run that benchmark. All right, so benchmark got done, and I realized the first problem with trying to do this on the capture computer is we're going to be limited to 60 no matter what. I even turned off everything, like unlocked, frame rate, unlocked target, and it's still limiting me to 60. So it must be limited to your monitor's refresh rate. So we got 60 FPS at least, and 2 stutters, so not bad, but let's go get a little gameplay now. Well, let's get a little practice in here. Whoop. I hate when it does that. It'll like start me off like right at going at like 100 right at a corner, and usually I don't have enough time to start, but whatever, no big deal. So the game can definitely have some frame time issues here and there. It's not that bad most of the time though, as you can see here. But every once in a while it'll have some stutters. And then don't worry, I'm going to do camera recorded gameplay too, so that's when it'll lock it to 300 FPS, since that's the monitor's native resolution, when we do 1080p anyway. So then we'll get to see its true FPS. I doubt we're going to get much over 60 anyway. I think its average will probably be like in the high 60s, almost 70, like 66 to 71, that's what I would guess. Obviously I've already seen the benchmark, but I can't remember. I benchmarked way too many damn computers today. They all mold together after a while, you know? Man, the LFA is one hell of a car, though. Whoa, I fucked that corner up real good. Is it gonna punish me? Nope, no penalty. Oh. Thought I was going to go off the track for a second there. Oh, I still might. Alright, I think we're good. And then, I gotta say, I have no sound when I'm doing this. So, sometimes I'll just bang off the rev limiter and gears and whatnot, because I can't hear what the hell it's doing. I have to, like, look down at it, and I'm not used to looking at it. I usually go by sound. But it is what it is, so at least you guys are seeing the frame times it gets. We're limited to 60, like I said. But it seems to do a pretty damn good job of staying right at 60 if that's all you want. You want it to be smooth. I mean, it might, yeah, it goes up to 61 and 59 every once in a while, but for the most part, we're right at 60. I mean, this is more than playable. Alright, and that's all for practice, so now let's go hop into the actual race. Alright, let's get ourselves a little actual race gameplay now, and it definitely gets very stuttery at first, but then it kind of evens out after a while, until you get to the end of the race. At the end of the race, it kind of drops frames like crazy, like right as you're about to cross the finish line. Very strange, but, you know, you're about to cross the finish line, so who cares? I just thought I'd mention it. I just thought it was a little peculiar. But this game has had no patches yet that I know of, so we're still on day 1. So the fact that it's not crashing on me and stuttering like absolute crazy is alright with me. I could play this no problem on this laptop, just like this. Uh-oh, I'm getting warned. They gotta warn me about that collision. Oh, see, I collisioned too much. Now I got in trouble. Okay, well, off the track you go. And somehow I got no penalty for that. I'll take it. Ooh, more car level. Level 4 already. But this is one of those things where they gave you this car at like the very end, and then you like basically get to drive it around this one track one time, and then that's it. So that's kind of lame, but at least it's cool they gave me this car for free. I mean, that's at least cool. They probably just wanted to give you at least one race to use the car they just gave you, you know? Alright, well, at least they give you 2 laps this time.
Last lap, let's go.
Alright, I did that one much better this time. My way basically went off the track the first lap, I think. Or maybe that was during practice. But I remember almost going off there. During one of the times, anyway. This is the one I've never been good at. I always have sucked at that corner, like, throughout all of Forza. And every other racing game that features this track. I think I just try to go through it too fast. That's probably all it is. It's like a very tight corner. You just gotta go slow, get around it, then go fast. Alright, we got through it after. I almost thought I was going to slide off for a second there. Alright, winning. So, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and go do a little bit of some camera recorded gameplay. And you know what? I think I'll go and do the benchmark on the camera real quick too, just so we can see what it really gets, you know? So let's go get to it. All right, real quick before we got started with the camera recorded portion, I just wanted to run another benchmark because I'm pretty sure this game is linked to your monitor's refresh rate. So no matter what, it'll only get up to your monitor's refresh rate. I even, you know, set unlock settings, and you saw it was still locked to 60. So the true FPS of my settings is 74 FPS. We got 4 stutters this time. So it's still stuttery on this laptop. The Ally did not stutter at all on any of the benchmarks, surprisingly, but it does have a more powerful CPU, so that's probably what it is. This game's probably CPU intensive, but still, doesn't feel bad while you're playing. Anyway, though, let's go and get some actual gameplay now. Well, alright, here we go with some camera recorded gameplay now. And hey, at least it didn't start me off, like, going off the track. This game loves to do that to me. Like, for the practice lap, it'll get you going already, and it'll be like, hey, I'm going to start you, like, right here at 160 miles an hour. Oh, you can't stop? What the heck, noob? And it's like, well, no shit, I can't stop. Maybe if I had, like, the most powerful brakes in the world and, like, an aerial atom or something, I could, but... Alright, get out of my way. No, we need second. And at least now I can hear. I kind of forgot I don't have sound, so shifting with a manual during the screen record portion was not very easy. I kept on just banging it off the rev limiter and being, oh shit, I forgot to shift because I can't hear my car. I usually go just by engine noise, where I don't have to look down at the damn RPM gauge. Because if you do that, then you're going to go off the track. Here's some Camaro. We gave him a little love tap. Just a little tap. A little tap, tap, tap-a-roo. Yeah, for this race I was going to pick the Challenger just to be funny because it's the most terrible handling car out of all the pony cars, but then I remembered I got this Mustang like right in the beginning, so it's like, why waste the money? I could spend that on one of those like badass cars for one of the later races. A lot of those ones are like 200, 300K, so I'm trying to save up. And I still sometimes bang off the rev limiter a little bit. Generally don't want to brake in a corner, but if you're about to fuck go off the track... So far it seems to get
pretty decent FPS. I don't think I've seen it drop under 60. At least now that we've got it above 60. When it was locked to 60 on the capture computer, it dropped under quite a bit. And I was like, oh no. But then I noticed, well, this thing loves to do that when you like limit the frames to 60. Not in every game, but a lot of games it does. And I think it's because, you know, the GPU's like, hey, I don't need that much gigahertz and that much power. I'm just going to clock myself down. Oh, wait a minute. I got to clock back up for that scene. Ah, now I can go like, oh, shit. I got to go back up here. I feel like that's probably where a lot of the stutter comes from. Just an idea, though. I could be entirely wrong. Corner so good this time. I don't want first gear. What the hell am I doing? Oh, and I don't even need to do any more practice. So now, let's go move on to a real race. Alright, let's go hop on into a race. Figured I'd show you how long the loading screens are too. Doesn't take long. And it does drop under 60 a little bit while you're like looking at the cars and whatnot, kind of like the Ally did. But once you start getting into the actual race, although I guess maybe it's because I'm inside the car. Who knows? Well, this is how I drive. I can't drive very well from like the outside view of a car. Although admittedly, I used to not drive from this view either. I used to just drive from like the bumper view where you saw nothing. But then I was like, that's not really realistic. Nobody can like drive completely unimpeded vision, you know? So I was like, I'm just gonna pretend like I'm in the car from now on. And that's just kind of what I've done in games that I can. Okay, gotta pass everybody before I have fun drifting. That's my problem. A lot of times I'll get ahead of people and then I'll just start drifting around and having fun. At least until they catch back up with me. Half the time I'm too far gone though. Okay, looks like we're having a little traffic jam here. What are we doing here, guys? And we hit the Camaro. Alright. I think we're in second now. Now we just gotta get past that guy. I've been having a blast with this game so far. I've been missing a really good driving game. Uh-oh. Yeah, and they still didn't catch me. This thing's not as easy to drift as the BMW I was driving before. That thing was a drifting machine. It didn't even want us ever go straight. All it wanted to do was drift around all corners. This thing, not so much. It's like, hey, you want to drift? No, I'm going to spin you out. But every car is different when it comes to that kind of stuff. This one just must be a little bit harder to do it with. Off the track a little bit. No penalty though. I think it only penalizes you if it helps you. I'm not 100% sure on that. Like if you get like faster around the track because you went off the track, but if you didn't get anywhere, it's like, whatever. And I think the collision is like if it was avoidable, you get punished. If they're just crashing into you, they don't punish you. That would piss me off. I probably would uninstall the game because it's like a damn destruction derby at the beginning. At least with the AI, that is. Might be different online, I don't know. I'm not much of an online person. Alright, I think there's only one lap to go.
One more. Finish strong.
There we go, there's a little tiny drift with that one, but man, that thing really wants to just rotate all the way around. Oh, I think I know what it is. I think this is the only car I have where I put different tires on it. All the rest of the cars I pretty much just left alone because they were too slow. This was the first one I had that was actually super fast. Well, besides that LFA, and I think there's one other pretty fast car they gave me, but still I didn't mess with either of their tires either, so I'm just saying those things are fast. So I probably should have, but didn't really have an opportunity to. They kind of give you these badass cars when you get to the end of some of these things, but then it's like you get to use it for one race, and then you're like, well, shit. Well, one race at that point. There might be more times you can use it. Like this I used once before, and now I am here using it again, so I'm hoping there's a something I can use it in later. I think the other one was a 4GT now that I think about it, and there probably is somewhere I can use that. Anyway, though, looks like we're about to cross the finish line. It does drop down to like 42, 34 or whatever at the beginning, or at the end like that. I don't know why, but it did that on the, capture computer too. So I don't know what's up with that, but during the fricking, all the other times it didn't do that, and I passed that same spot like a million times, so don't know what's up with that, but at least during the actual racing we were at a 60 plus experience, and that's what matters, just like in the fighting games. But anyway, let's go wrap this video on up now, shall we? Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for Forza Motorsport, and it did a pretty good job. We had some drops during the little cutscenes and right at the end, at the finish line, for whatever reason, at the end of the races. Don't know what's up with that. It was dropping down to like 53, but I feel like that's just the game being wacky. But during the majority of the races, we were like 70 to 80 to high 80s, so that's plenty for me for a racing game. Would I like it to hit 300, the monitor's refresh rate? Oh, hell yeah, that'd be great, but I'm realistic. That's just not gonna happen. That 300 hertz is for like esports games, and even then it barely ever hits that in anything besides maybe Valorant. But anyway, that's about all I got for you guys for this particular video. Now it's time for me to move on to 1440p. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.